Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be using one of my favorite tools, watercolor markers. I'm starting off with the gray color and I'm making two really organic shapes to start off the body of our ghosts. So now I'm making the arms, which I'm making two lines that go down with a very small rounded end at the bottom to create what's going to be the arms. Now I'm just going to take a flat watercolor paintbrush. Now if you got this as a package, it might have come with its own paintbrush and you can use that, but I'm just taking some water and I am going over the gray line on the inside and bringing that gray color throughout the ghost, but I'm not necessarily covering the whole ghost. I am just kind of blending that sharp edge. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the arms, just kind of bring that gray color up as you can see, and then I'm going to repeat this pattern on the other ghost. Now it's time to grab your black watercolor marker and we are going to do the eyes. I'm going to do organic oval shapes for two eyes and an organic oval shape for the mouth. I'm going to do this on both sides. I decided I'm going to do a boy and a girl ghost. So on this ghost, on the left, I'm going to give him a top hat. It's going to be a square that hovers just above where the head is supposed to be. And then I'm going to do a really skinny rectangle below that, but I'm not going to connect them until the end with the permanent markers. Now it's time to get the pink watercolor marker out and I'm going to make a bow. So I'm going to start with a little circle above her head and then do two oblong U shapes going out from each side. Let's grab the orange and we're gonna give them jack-o'-lantern like handbags or jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat baskets. So we're just gonna do two orange circles right below their arms and we'll fill the rest in later. Now it's time to grab the flat brush and water. We're gonna blend everything together. So on that orange, we're gonna bring the orange down and around in the pumpkins or in the jack-o'-lanterns. Now we're gonna bring it up to the top hat. Now be careful, just make sure you're pulling from the outside edge in. I've found that technique works the best with this type of art material. So just kind of go around from different angles so you can fill that all in. And then I gave the top hat rim a little bit of some blending also. I'm going to grab a slightly smaller brush. It's also a rounded point brush and I'm going to fill in the bow. Now this is a nice technique. I'm filling in the bow and I'm blending the bow a little bit, but I'm also taking some of that pink color and I'm putting it on their cheeks because I want like a really soft blush effect on both of them. So I'm kind of alternating between blending in the bow and then also taking that pigment and spreading it on both of their cute little ghost cheeks. We're going to continue with the round brush, and we're going to also do the ghost eyes. It really doesn't take a lot of water. Sometimes it's nice until you get a hang of how much water to put on your brush. It's nice to keep a paper towel next to you just to kind of dab it, because you really don't need a lot. Now I'm going to grab my fine point marker. I'm going to link all of the products that I used in the description below, but this is a really fine point, and I'm just going to do a wavy, wiggly line around the ghost. I'm probably going to do this like about 3 to 4 times. I'll also leave the size of this marker in the description below because it's really fine. I think it's a 002 tip. Not 100% sure, but I did get them at Michael's. Now we'll do the same pattern with the girl ghost, going around about 3 times in different patterns. Very organic, very flowy, a lot of fun. I'm going to trace around both of their eyes and their mouth and do some lines across their cheeks. Now I'm tracing the outside of the arm on both sides, and then I'm going to trace the jack-o'-lantern. I think I ended up doing the jack-o'-lantern in a very similar way to the ghost, where I kind of did an organic rough outline, and I did that a couple times. I also gave them triangle eyes and a jack-o'-lantern mouth, so whatever you feel looks right, and I just filled it in a little bit with this marker. It's time to add the handle for the jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat basket, so you can go around a couple times, putting the lines between their little ghostly hands, and now they have a cute little trick-or-treat basket. Aww. Now it's time to give these ghosts some eyebrows that will really enhance their cute expression. And then we're going to go into the bow and we're going to trace the bow. So trace the outside, give a little swirl to the middle circle, and now we'll do the hat. We're going to go all the way down and connect that square to the brim of the hat now with our marker. I went over and traced the hat at least a couple times. Once again, really loosely to kind of give this idea that the ghost is floating and they're, you know, a non-physical being, right? Now, this part is totally optional, but I decided to go in at the bottom with a thicker marker. It was like a 12 millimeter, I don't know. It said number 12 on it, and I decided to write "Hey Boo" at the bottom. Unfortunately, the marker I started with was a little dried out, so I had to redo the lettering, so I didn't love how it turned out. You could also do this with stamps, or you could do this with like scraps from newspaper and like glue something on it, and then it would be like this cool mixed media piece. But I think having like a little phrase or saying below the ghost could be fun if you're into that sort of thing, you know? This is definitely one of my favorite tools to use as like a creative because it's so easy to do. You can relax on your couch. You can just chill out. You don't have to get a bunch of supplies out. And they just turn out really fun. And like, I just love the softness that they bring. This is going to be the final painting in my Halloween series for this year. I'm sure I'll pick it up again next year, but now I'm going to be moving on to fall and Christmas themed paintings. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below and maybe I can recreate them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week.